Now let's consider arranging fractions in descending order. In the previous video, we discussed about the process of arranging fractions in ascending order. You need to keep in mind the process are very similar. It's just that we are going to be arranging them in the opposite way. If you haven't checked out the video on the ascending order, then I will recommend it. When we said ascend, we said that refers to from smaller to bigger. But in this case, while arranging in descending order, you arrange from bigger all the way to smaller. And that's the deal. So let's consider some basic space of fractions to analyze this concept. Consider this following first set of fractions: 2 over 5, 4 over 6, 3 over 5, then let's set 1 over 3. How can we arrange these fractions in descending order? The first thing we need to consider doing is to determine the LCM of all the denominators present in the pairs of fractions. We have 5, 6, and 3. What do you think will be the LCM? Without thinking of it, the LCM will simply be 30. Having gotten that, you want to be multiplying each of these fractions, both the top and bottom, by the result of dividing this LCM by the individual denominator. What am I saying makes sense? Consider the 2 over 5. What should we use to multiply it? Divide the LCM by 5, which is the corresponding denominator. The result is 6. So you are multiplying both the top and the bottom by 6. It turns out that the result is 12 over 30. Perfect. Repeat the same process for each and every other fractions that are present in your problem. So what about 4 over 6? 30 divided by 6, that results in 5. So I'm multiplying both the top and the bottom by 5. And this will result in 20 over 30. What about the second to the last, which is 3 over 5? It turns out that we have gotten the answer already earlier. That's simply 6, so we are multiplying both sides by 6. That's 18 over 30. And for the last one, which is that of 1 over 3, let's divide 30 by 3. The result is simply 10. So I'm multiplying both the top and bottom by 10. And this results in 10 over 30. And these are the corresponding values of the equivalent fractions that we tend to form. Now, what we are going to do next is that we need to consider the fraction with the bigger denominator as the bigger fraction. So which one will it be in this case? Notice that 20 over 30 turns out to have the highest numerator. So let's come first. Then followed by the next that is still much more higher. That's simply 18. 18 over 30. Then followed by the next, that's 12. Then followed by the last one, which is 10 over 30. Reduce all this fraction back to the simpler form. 10 in 20, that's 2. 10 in 30, that's 3. 6 in 18, that's 3. 6 in 30, that's 5. 6 in 12, that's 2. 6 in this, that's 5. Then lastly, 2 in 10, let's use 5. 5 in 10, that's 2. Then 5 in 30, that's 6. You can see reduce that. 10 can work anyway, that's just 1 over 3. And this will be your final answer. We have arranged this fraction in descending order, meaning that 2 over 3 is the highest, then followed by 3 over 5, followed by 2 over 5, then lastly is 1 over 3, as it is the smallest fraction in this case. So let's consider some more examples so you can develop your understanding in this topic. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. Let's consider 3 over 2, 5 over 6, 3 over 4, and 7 over 24. Just like before, our first step should be what is the LCM of all these denominators. It turns out that 264 can definitely work in 24 itself. So 24 can definitely be the LCM. So let's start. 3 over 2. What are we using to multiply? 24 divided by 2. That's simply 12. So I'm using 12 over 12. And that will result 3 times 12, that's 36. 2 times 12, that's 24. For the second one, 5 over 6. What am I using to multiply? 24 divided by 6. That will result in 4. Perfect. I'm multiplying both the top and bottom by 4. 5 times 4 is 20. 6 times 4 is 24. Second to the last, 3 over 4. What are we using to multiply? 24 divided by 4 is 6. So I'm using 6 over 6. 3 times 6 is 18. 6 times 4 is 24. For the last one, that's 7 over 24. What are we using to multiply? In terms of that, we are using 1. Because 24 in 24 is simply 1. So I'm using 1 over 1. That will still result in 7 over 24. Very good. Now, just like before, don't forget we are arranging in descending order. Always keep that at the back of your mind. Meaning that the fraction with the bigger numerator has to come first, then followed by the next ones. You understand? So the biggest one in this case is 36 over 24. Then immediately follows is 20 over 24. Then followed by 18 over 24. And lastly is 7 over 24. Now reduce all these fractions back. The first one can be reduced to 3 over 2. The second one will become 5 over 6. The third one will be 3 over 4. The last one will be 7 over 24. And this is your final answer. It turns out that the fraction, the place of fraction, it's already arranged in descending order. So the main thing is for you to understand the process and the concept. So let's consider one more example. So consider this: 4 over 5, 3 over 8, 7 over 10, and 11 over 20. How can we arrange this fraction in descending order? Right? So what will be the LCM? The LCM is 40. As it's only 40 that all these denominators can go in without the remainder, the least one. So I'm having 40 over 5 in the first place. What am I using to multiply? That's 8 over 8. And that's simply 24 over 40. How did I get 8? I divide 40 by 5. Okay? So that would be 8. What about 3 over 8? 40 divided by 8. That's simply 5. So 5 over 5 equals 15 over 40. What about 7 over 10? That should be 4 over 4. And that should be 28 over 40. And for the last one, 11 over 20. That should be 2 over 2. And that should be 22 over 40. Which of them is the highest? Notice that it is 28. That is the highest. So 28 over 40 is coming first, followed by the next one, which is 24 over 40, followed by 15. Okay? No. Followed by 22 over 40. And lastly is 15 over 40. So you can either reduce all these fractions to the simpler form, or you should just replace them with the original fraction. So for the 28 over 40, we got that to be 7 over 10. And for the 24 over 40, we got that to be 4 over 5. And for the third one, 22 over 20, we got that to be 11 over 20. And for the last one, 15 over 20, we got that to be 3 over 8. And this is our final answer. And this is how to easily and mentally arrange fractions in descending order. Here's an exercise for you. Try to arrange this pair of fractions in descending order. Let me know your solution in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed, do well to subscribe. Thanks for watching once again. See you guys in the next video. Bye for now.